All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson now off the bootleg. Being chased out left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gone! All right, now, lock it 56. Lock it.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're on the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fisher. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a pitch out to Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It's incomplete to Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll hand it off now. Williams running right through it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Watch it now, Barney. Hot. Gone.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Looking to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down.
Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They run. It's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll look to throw here, and that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On the toss, here's Williams. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll run it here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it with Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Miles Jack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up!
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up a throw, and that'll be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's... And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Got some room at the 30. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get at him?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Gal, the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. To throw is Jackson. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
All right, now, lucky 56.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. To throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Spins away, and he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Butker now to kick this one away. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
No, check, Patrick.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. Nothing on the screen that time, now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To throw on third down, Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
Good.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point safely through. And that will extend this big lead. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Seahawks on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
All right, here we go. Boom,
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
You got 4. You got 4.
Jackson to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson, flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They begin the drive with Williams. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They run it again with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the ground, this is Williams. And an alley to run. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3 down. All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Day.